Aloha everyone, this is Lenora, Hawaii's Pickle Lady. Today I'm going to be making another dim sum, and this one is very special. In Hawaii there's one particular shop that sells exclusively this type of noodle. This is known in Hawaii as lokfan, but the Chinese name is called Chee fan. So I'm going to make this and I'm going to have several variations. And it's fairly simple, but there's a little bit steps involved. First of all, you have to have a pan that's kind of shallow and flat. And then I'm going to steam it. So what happens now is I'm going to grease the pan a little bit. I'm going to put it in the steamer and I'm going to heat it up. So I have here a wok and there's a little rack and some water. And you have to check the water frequently because the water evaporates quickly. So I've greased it and I'm going to heat this up. Now cover it and I'm going to wait till the water boils. While we're waiting for the water to boil, I'm going to make the batter. And it's a very thin batter. And you need three different kinds of flour. So the first one is rice flour, and you cannot substitute. You must get this one from Chinatown. And the next one is wheat starch. Again, that's only from Chinatown. And the next one is tapioca starch and a little salt. And now some water. And you just pour it all in. And you mix it up. And like I said, it'll be a very thin batter. So the batter is done. Now the water is boiling, so I'm going to take the cover off. I'm going to pour some of the batter. And you must stir it up because the powder sinks to the bottom. And you have to kind of make it level. So I'm going to move it around. It's a little tricky. I'm going to pour some more in to cover that up. Now, you can put different fillings in, but the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do char siu. Of course, I made my own char siu, and you can see the video here. So here we go. Chopped it all up. Put as much as you like. It's hot, watch out. Okay. Then I sprinkle some green onions that I've chopped up. If you have chives, they're nice because these are chives. They're kind of small. I got it from my garden. Oh, it's hot. Watch out. Okay. Now we cover it up and let it cook for 5 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer on. It's been 5 minutes. So I'm taking the cover off. And then I'm going to transfer it to the counter. And this is a really neat gadget. It's a plate grabber. And I'll put it in the link. And now I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. Sometimes you have to loosen it up a little bit. I think using the spatula is better. Okay, now this is the fun part where you roll it up. So I'm just going to, sometimes I need some help because the spatula is not too wide. So you just gently fold it over. And it's pretty soft now. As it cools, it'll harden a little bit, easier to handle. Okay, almost done. Then I'm going to transfer it to a platter. It might break if I just do one spatula. Okay, here we are. And this is one of the easiest recipes, dim sum, to make. So it's GPS, grease, pour, and steam. So we're going to repeat. I wash the pan, and then I'm going to grease it again. Oh, you don't want to use too much oil. Just use a cooking spray, and you're fine. So you heat it up for 2-3 minutes, stir it up, and pour it in. Let's see, now we have to move this pan to get it even. It's kind of tricky to get it. Making the second one with mushrooms. I just sauteed this a little bit with some oil and some oyster sauce, and that's it. Oops, hot. Be careful, like I said, it's very hot, okay? Now I sprinkle some green onions. And then, same thing, we're gonna cover it up and cook it for 5 minutes. So now I'm gonna take out, using my handy dandy grabber, take out the mushroom. And this is called Luk Fun or Cheung Fun. So I've loosened it up and now I'm gonna roll it. This is a dough scraper. You can use anything that you want, spatulas or whatever. And again, just keep on rolling it, kind of like wrapping a sushi or an egg roll. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the shrimp one. So I have here some shrimp already peeled and deveined, and I'm just going to add some little bit of cornstarch, some wine vinegar or Chinese wine, some sesame oil, and some salt and pepper. And I use white pepper. Chinese like to use white pepper because it doesn't show the black. And that's it. Mix it all up. Okay, ready for the shrimp one now. So I marinated the shrimp and cut it up. And now I'm going to stir the batter and pour it in. Now I'm just going to put the shrimp around. You can dice it. I've kind of smashed it, so I think it's better if you dice it, easier to spread. And I tried putting the whole shrimp, but it was too heavy. And when I rolled it, it all broke up. So let's try this one. Okay. Now we sprinkle some green onions. Now steam it for 5 minutes. Here is the shrimp one, and using my favorite gadget without burning myself. As long as it has a lip on it, you can use it. Roll it up, and then we're gonna plate it. The shrimp is kind of heavy, so it's hard to do. So I'm gonna put this, just roll it on the plate. There we go. Now I'm making the sauce. So this is thick soy sauce or dark soy sauce, regular soy sauce, some oyster sauce, a little sugar, and some sesame oil, and lastly, some water. So I'm just going to bring this to a boil, and that'll be the sauce that you can put on it. But you can even use this thing. It's called Kim Lan soy paste. It's really delicious. It's a little thicker than soy sauce, but very good. So I'm gonna try one of them. I chose the mushroom. And this is the Kim Lan soy paste. See, it's a little thick. And gonna try some of it. It's a little sweet and a little salty, so just try this here. Yummy. Perfectly cooked. I love the mushrooms. You couldn't really tell by looking at it. but it's delicious in it. And you can use any kind of sauce. Soy sauce, oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, the sauce that we made, this kind of kimlan sauce, anything good. Okay, let's try the chassi one. I don't know which one is my favorite. They're both good. And I don't think I need to try the shrimp because I've eaten too much. Now, as far as the filling, you know, these are only 3 examples. You can make it plain if you like, or you can add little bits of lap cheung that you pre-cook first. You can use chicken, you can use beef. Of course, it's very unconventional, but it's up to you what you want to do. Remember, once you have these recipes, it's yours to experiment with. And I always say, there's no right or wrong. But if you try this, please let me know and see how you like it. As always, guys, be sure to smash that like button if you like this video and ring that bell to get notified of new videos like this. Mahalo, and thank you for watching.